What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the regional auction house that is loved and hated by a lot of people. So if this is the sort of content that you guys are interested in, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're even closing in on 100,000 subs on YouTube, which is insane. So big thank you to all of those who are subscribed to the channel. We're also going to do like millions of gold and giveaway once we reach 100k. And also a special thank you to everyone that has picked up a copy of the 0 to 10 million gold guide. The support of Dragonflight has been absolutely massive, and I'm so glad that you guys are giving me the positive feedback, and it's nice to see that you guys are enjoying the updates done to the book. So that's the clue. Like, if you buy the book, you will receive a lifetime of free updates sent directly, automatically to your email as soon as I update the book. So make sure to use the discount code Dragonflight for 50% off, and you can find it linked down below in the description. But the regional auction house, like, it's loved by some people. Some people, they were used to playing on like low populated servers, and they're just happy that stuff sells. And it's like, if you post something on the auction house, it's going to sell instantly if you're doing something that's Dragonflight related. A lot of people that plays in the big market with professions and flipping and so on, they love it because you can make a lot of gold. You can just like click on a material that usually sells fast, like let's say these Wilder cloth bolts, and you can see that there's a massive spike between the prices because of clowns undercutting. So they buy up a bunch of stuff like these with an average price of 50 gold, take them out of the mailbox, and then you can most likely just reset these over at 60 gold. You could even just buy out these right here, like these 11, and then reset it further on. And that's how a lot of people make like a lot of gold, by just doing this, right? And it's easy to do so, easier at least, because there's, well, the auction house is regional, so there's way more people supplying, but also way more people buying. So posting these right now at 65 gold each, most likely they will sell, and I'll make a profit just like that. And that's one of the ways that people make a lot of gold with a regional auction house. Like, this is just like one very small way of making gold with it. But basically, you have access to so much more materials. Like, people that are crafting, or like, let's say enchants, they're struggling to craft the enchants fast enough because they're selling so goddamn fast. So you can afford to take a little bit less profit margins on those items when you have the insane demand that you have. Now you have all the people that absolutely hate the regional auction house, and it's very understandable because you have something like War Bear Leather, right, which is now sitting at like 60 gold each. Now these bad boys right here, they could sell for 10x this price. I played in a lot of different realms: low pop, medium pop, high pop, and full pop, and they were like roughly 500 gold each, regardless of the realm population, and it was no issue selling them. So for the people that grinded, they'd like to farm materials and put them on the auction house, sell it for profit. For those people, regional auction house is relatively bad because you're putting in the same amount of time, but you're getting less gold for it. Regardless if it sells faster, like, it's always going to sell eventually. So what people used to do back in the days was they farmed a bunch of different materials that had a really good price, even though they sold relatively slowly compared to the regional auction house. As long as you farmed a lot of different materials, put it up on the auction house, you would get like daily sales. Every now and then they would sell, and the average gold per hour would be way higher. So for those people, the regional auction house is bad. I'm one of those people. However, though, a lot of my gold is made from my crafting team that crafts old school transmog. And getting access to every single material on the auction house at any given time, and like at a decent price, means that I can craft my transmog with a way better profit, and I never have to pay like these stupidly high prices on certain materials because there's one guy controlling the market and he can put whatever price he wants to put for the items. So that's sweet. Now with something like Dragonflight, there's a lot of people contributing to crashing the prices. That's been a big topic in Dragonflight because it's the first expansion release with the regional auction house, and there's a lot of clowns. I'm gonna just click on one of these items and try to explain what I mean with clowns, because there's a lot of clownery, like a lot of clownery. So it shouldn't be too hard to find an example for this. they're usually like all over the place. But then again, you also have a lot of people just buying these up. But what you typically want to see at, and I've talked about this in a couple of videos, is that what I just did with the Wilder Cloth bolts, the undercuts that people do like this is what's causing the crash of the prices, right? When you have someone who posted the rousing ire for 73 gold, 87 silver, which obviously you can see the trend on what's going on here. These guys are undercutting by 1 silver, right? Which by itself, there's no need, because the auction house system works. The last guy who posted an auction is the first guy to get this sale, as long as it's priced at the same price. So these guys right here, they could have all just posted at 74.90, for instance, and whoever posted last will get this sale. But like they're used to the old school way. Maybe it's their TSM settings. Maybe they're using the default auction house. They're undercutting by 1 silver. And then you have this guy who posted it for, well, 70 gold and 18 silver. Now, this is clown number 1. Now, if you have clown number 2, if he comes along and he's like, all right, 70 gold and 17 silver, I'm not going to match that price. I'm going to post them for 67 because it's going to sell faster, right? That's what people do. And then the next clown comes along and he's like, 67? All right, but I need gold now. I'm going to post mine at 64 because it's going to sell faster. Then clown number 3 comes along. He's like, 64, screw that. 60, even number, looks way better. I'm going to post it for 60. And that's how they keep on doing that, right? And eventually, if you have enough clowns supplying the auction house to the point where the supply is higher than the demand, you're going to cut an item from 74 gold down to 54 gold really fast. And the only way to fix that is if you have a goblin, a big boy, who comes along and you're like, these guys are idiots. And they just like go ahead and they just buy everything up on the auction house, everything that makes sense, like these. And to reset the price. Like that's what they do, right? And if you don't have those goblins that comes in and it kind of saves the price, well, they do it obviously with the intention of making gold, but they're also helping the markets, right? Then the prices will be absolutely guttered, and that happens sometimes. It's just that the supply, there's so many people posting the items that no one really wants to go in the auction house and be like, all right, resetting this to down to 11 gold, it's going to cost me 2 million gold. Screw it, can't be ours to touch it because I'm going to have to buy 200,000 of an item, and that's almost the entire regional demand for one day. So they can't be ours doing it. So the moral of the story is, whenever you guys are posting, just look at the like this one is fair enough. You might as well just match this price because there's a lot of dust posted at 36,000 gold. But there's a lot of times like this one, 15 gold, 17 gold. Like, let's be real. If people want to buy the Hornswogg Hunk, they're probably going to buy more than 65. Like, for something like this, you could probably post them at 26 gold. You could probably reset all of these and post them at 26 gold, and they would still sell because the entire region is buying off you. So whenever you're posting anything on the auction house, just never just match the lowest price, like without looking at the supply, like the quantity on the auction house, and never, whatever you do not undercut anything on the auction house. There's no point. There's absolutely no point. The point is the issue on selling is never the price. It's just the demand, right? Like, you just need that one guy to come along and be like, he needs to be in the market for whatever you're selling. What you're selling it at doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But please let me know what you think about the regional auction house, and what have your experience been with the regional auction house now at the Dragonflight launch. Leave that down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hey, you can always take a look at the 0 to 10 million gold guide, and I will see you all back in at the next video. But until then, bye bye.